Hey there guys, welcome back to What Cheers. I'm Nick as always. Tonight we're going to take a look at another very different beer from Treehouse. This is their Traverse and it's a autumn lager. I previously just reviewed the fall line, which was more of a hoppy lager, sort of like an IPL. And this one is classified as an autumn lager from them. I do know from Nate that he's not a fan of using spices in beers, so even though it's called an autumn lager, I don't believe there's any spices or anything like that in this beer, but it may have just, I guess, some autumn tones to it. I don't know, I've never had it, and I'm very lucky to get this. I have to give a huge thank you to Rob, who is a member of the Treehouse Gang on Facebook and was kind enough to hook me up with this in a trade, and so thank you very much to Rob. And yeah, as far as the beer, guys, it's as I said, it's a autumn lager. It's 5.8%, and this was filled October 3rd. So as of today, I think it's the 28th. It's like 3.5 weeks old. So it's been kept cold, all that stuff. So I'm sure it's going to be great. The fall line was like 5 weeks old, and that tasted amazing. Yeah, my feeling on growlers, guys, if you haven't heard me say this before, if they're kept in the proper conditions from when they're filled, if they're filled properly to begin with, they can last for a long time. Especially beers that aren't super hop forward, they can definitely last a long time. I know a lot of people store their like Treehouse double shots and stouts in the fridge for months and months, and they're still awesome. Anyways, that's my little rant about storing growlers. First time they've ever done this beer before, and I don't know if this is just a beer made by Brendan or if this was Nate and Brendan collaboration to make this in the brewery, but I believe this was still brewed on the 5-barrel system, which Brendan usually is brewing all his beers there, you know, on his own, making up all the recipes. So I'm pretty sure this is still a Brendan beer, which is the wonderful, super talented assistant brewer at Treehouse, if you guys don't know who Brendan is. And the description on this was, as the days grow shorter and the weather changes, we decided it was time to brew something for these beautiful autumn New England days, which they have been very nice. Traverse pours a dark amber color. She opens up with flavors of toasted malts, bread crusts, dark fruits, and a caramel sweetness complemented by a dry finish. The first of our autumn lager offerings, Traverse is sure to be the perfect companion for our favorite outdoor New England weather. Huh. It says the first of our autumn lager offerings. So I guess that means there's more to come before winter, because I don't believe there's been one since this. And today is the 28th, yeah. So let's go ahead and get it cracked open, guys, and check it out. Maybe I'll have another autumn lager to review soon, judging by that statement. So yeah, guys, this has been out of the fridge for about a half hour now. It's still got a really good chill to it. So let's get it cracked open, and we'll check out the Traverse together. Oh yeah, nice pop, nice smoke there. Let's get her poured out. Oh yeah, look at that color. Oh wow, I can smell this from here. It smells amazing. I wonder if this will be more like an Oktoberfest type beer, since I mean it's called an autumn lager. I guess you would think probably something in the similar genre or range of an Oktoberfest, but either way, guys, oh wow, the head's dissipating quick. Let's get into this. Yeah, I had about a 1 finger head, as you guys just saw me pour. I didn't pour it too aggressively, but that's all right. It's a kind of a khaki head, a little bit of a beige head. It looks a little frothy, somewhat effervescent looking actually. Smaller bubbles, tightly packed, and like I said, when I just popped this, I could actually smell this already, which is always the benefit of letting your beers warm up to a nice chilled temp. Let's get a look at the color on this. Wow, this looks just like the pumpkin maple ale that I reviewed the other night from Crooked Current. It's really like this super dark red. It probably looks almost black on the camera. It's like this blood red color all the way through. as dark red as you could get. Totally blood red, but I can see through. This beer is crystal clear. It looks awesome. Just blood red. This is not what you typically expect to see from a treehouse beer. This is why I love these different lagers and stuff, because this is not your typical treehouse beer in any way, shape, or form. Crystal clear, and you can see a little bit of carbonation streaming up, but it's just a super red, blood red. Again, like I said in the pumpkin maple review that I did, it's got this blood red color, which is just really funny and perfect for Halloween season here. Away from the light, it pretty much looks black, guys. It looks black. I mean, yeah, it's that dark. Let's go ahead and get an aroma on this. Very excited to try out an autumn lager from Treehouse. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, it's good. It does have that caramel dark fruit thing going on, a little bit sweet, a little bit like almost nutty. Yeah, maybe some like plums, raisins, that type of thing, just darker fruits. I'm getting like this slight like dusty smell to it. A little bit of a chocolate, a chocolatey, like chocolate covered dark fruit kind of thing. Yeah, like plums and raisins. Like some caramel sweetness in there. Smells really different from anything I've smelled from Treehouse. Yeah, it's hard to describe exactly what I'm picking out, but it's like this caramel and then chocolate covered dark fruits. It smells really good, guys. It smells, I know they said bready, but it smells like a good, really good like fall Oktoberfest. And a little bit sweet. Yeah, really nice. Let's get a sip on this, guys. Cheers. Thanks to Rob for hooking me up with this. Wow. It's really flavorful. Get another sip on that one, guys. Wow. This is about as far off base for a Treehouse beer that I've probably ever had yet. Wow. Totally different. Really nice Oktoberfest autumn lager. A lot of dark fruit. Again, plums and raisins come to mind. There's some of that caramel, toffee kind of sweetness in there. It's really got a great balance to it. It's got a little of that like burnt bread crust type of thing that I think was mentioned in the description. Super easy to drink. You know, even though it's a darker beer, it drinks very nice. And it leaves some residual, a little bit of residual bitterness on your tongue. I don't really feel like this is a hoppy lager by any means, but there's a little bit of bitterness in the back end. It's not offensive, it just is there a little bit. Almost like you can taste that sort of like burnt bread type of thing, or like toasted bread. It's got a slightly creamy mouthfeel to it, pretty light. Carbonation's pretty light too. This is not overcarbonated. This is like a smooth drinking beer. Pretty low carbonation. Again, extremely easy to drink. It's very flavorful, especially if you're thinking about it in terms of an Oktoberfest or something like that. It's got a lot of flavor to it. It's got a little bit of that chocolatey flavor too that I was picking out, which is like got to be from some of the roasted malts, and that kind of like toasty, bready kind of notes. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. This is definitely not like a mind-blowing beer by any means, but it's really good for what it is. You get a little bit of that caramel mixed with that kind of bready, roasty toastiness, a little hint of like this chocolate thing going on, and then like plum and raisin. Just kind of round out those dark fruit flavors, adds to the sweetness a little bit, I think. And it does leave a pretty good coating of flavors on your mouth after you swallow. You know, it's not watery. There's lots of flavor in it, but it doesn't leave like anything offensive on your tongue. It just sort of leaves a coating of all the flavors. It's good. It's really good. I did not expect this to be mind-blowing. I I really enjoy reviewing these beers because they're just way different. They're like, it's like a 180 from pretty much everything else that people expect when they hear Treehouse. So I really like to try these sort of outside the box beers for them. This is so cool because if I did this blind, I don't think I'd be able to tell this one was a Treehouse. But with the last one I did, the fall line, I felt like I could because it still was hoppy. But this one is just straight up like a, it's an autumn lager. And it would be hard to tell what brewery did this beer if you had it blind. So I think it's really good. I'm gonna let it warm up for a few more minutes, guys, and I'll come back with my final thoughts and score on the Traverse. But very enjoyable Oktoberfest, and could not be more perfect for this cold, rainy, windy night right now. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, so I'm back with the Traverse, and I've been sipping on it for a few minutes. One of the things I love about these lagers is they're so easy to drink. They are just so smooth, and they're just a joy to drink. I just love it, especially for this time of year. Again, it's kind of chilly in here. These are just perfect for this. So, anyways, guys, it's a really nice beer, and again, it's like a 180 from what you expect from Treehouse, which is really cool to try something different. Take a little break from the hops for a second. As it warmed up, it's really nice. It's nice at like cellar temp. That's where I feel like you get all the aromas. It really smells like more like an Oktoberfest now. A little bit of like spicy hop character to it, or just like this smell of spices, which again, I don't think there is any spices in this, but yeah, it smells just like that classic kind of slightly spicy, roasty, toasty, caramelly, molasses, nutty, dark fruit type of thing. It's really, really nice. Very well balanced. It has a great aroma to it. Let's get one more sip, guys. Yeah, slight, nice caramel sweetness to it. Molasses. Again, a little nutty. The flavor matches the aroma perfectly. Soft beer, very low carbonation, very smooth. Really kind of coats your mouth, but leaves a dry finish. And I still get a little bit of that toasted malt in the finish, which is coming across almost like a chocolatey type of finish, which is really cool. Ever so slight. Gonna mix in with that caramel toffee flavor. It's just a nice beer. Again, nothing mind-blowing. This is perfect for the autumn, and it's nice to just have a straight up autumn beer from Treehouse. But anyways, guys, as far as a score on this, there's not enough ratings on BeerAdvocate for me to compare to. So I'm gonna go for this, I'm gonna go a 94 minus on this. 94 minus, I think it's a really good beer. I think it's probably pretty close to what they were going for. But for me, I'm not an expert in this style, but I think it's really good. And I think a 94 minus is probably where I'd sit with this. I wouldn't go crazy and go up to the higher 90s because I don't think it's quite there. Although then again, I don't really know what the hell a 100 autumn lager tastes like. Had some good ones, so I know there probably are some better ones out there that I've had, but I can't think of right now. But anyways, guys, 94 minus for the Traverse. I just thought this would be fun to showcase another beer from Treehouse. It's not the typical style, so you guys can see what it looks like, smells like, and tastes. So anyways, guys, let's see if there's any more autumn lagers to come out, since he said that in the description. And if there are, they'll probably be out before Thanksgiving. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. I really enjoyed this. This was fun. All right, see you next time, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next beer, you guys. Let me know if you had the Traverse and you're watching this. I'd actually love to hear your thoughts, if you agree, disagree. I don't think the age of the growler had any effect on the beer or the score, so I don't think that was a factor, but you guys can let me know if you had a similar experience as me or a different, whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Cheers.